So back when I started this channel, I made a video about tools you could use to help you save money and become a smarter shopper. Well, that was back when I rambled way more than I do now. Hard to believe, I know. But today we're going to go ahead and update that video for 2023. Within many of my friend groups, both in person and online, I'm the person that a lot of people do go to in order to get the best deals on certain products or find out if something is worth buying. I utilize a lot of tools in order to do this and to kind of determine whether or not buying at the current time is the best time to do so. With that, let's go ahead and hop into the first tool I use, which is called CamelCamelCamel. So CamelCamelCamel is an incredible price tracking tool. I use it for a lot of things, honestly. I basically create price tracking for almost any product that I look to buy. Anything that I add to my wish lists on Amazon, I add them all on CamelCamelCamel, both new and used. So a couple weeks ago I did a video about used, and one of the ways that I get notified of used products being available on Amazon is by using CamelCamelCamel to notify me when those things become available. For example, this e-reader, which is the newer generation of the one that I have, my mom has been looking into getting one, and she really didn't want to pay the full 230 bucks. It's a lot of money. So she wanted to get one used off of Facebook Marketplace or Kijiji, which is our version of Craigslist. And I was actually notified of it being available used through Amazon for 140 bucks, and it was used as new. And the reason I was notified for that is I had a price alert here set for the third-party used, and this January 10th, 2023 one, that is the one that I actually purchased. So this is a really, really good way to be notified of price drops, to see the price history, because a very common thing on Amazon and a lot of online platforms is that companies will create fake sales. So they'll say, oh, this is normally $200 and we're dropping it down to 150 bucks. But if you look at the price history, it's normally 150 bucks. They're just trying to create a sale to intrigue you into buying it. So CamelCamelCamel is a really great way to not only be notified of sales, but to also look at price history and ensure that you're actually getting a deal when they say that you are. CamelCamelCamel by far is the most used tool in my arsenal for this, and I use it almost every day. Now, since we last spoke about Honey, they've actually added a lot of features as well. If you've never heard of Honey, they're mainly used to consolidate coupons for different websites, but now they also have price tracking available on them, and you can set drop lists and stuff for them. I still prefer to use CamelCamelCamel for this, and I really only use Honey for their coupon database. They have coupons available for tons and tons of stores, and that's what I mainly use them for. I typically have the extension turned off, except for when I'm checking out on a particular website that I know they might have coupons for, and I'll throw it in. Extensions like Honey will actually be tracking your shopping habits when you use coupons, when you use their cashback stuff. Whenever you're using their extension, they track your shopping habits, and that's the way that they make their money. And so if you're not okay with that, then don't use them. But that's one of the reasons why I only use it for coupons, and I only turn it on when I need it. Rakuten is another one where you purposefully will track your shopping in order to get cashback. This can be extremely helpful when you're buying things that are very expensive, or if you're doing a ton of online shopping. Personally, I don't use Rakuten on a regular basis. I will only use it when there's a particularly good cashback deal, because the cashback amounts fluctuate for certain retailers. But I will use them particularly when I'm buying something expensive. So when I bought my laptop, for example, a couple years ago, I was able to get an extra 15% cashback from that purchase through Rakuten, which ended up being a significant amount of money when you're paying $1,200, right? When I bought my monitor, which was $400, I used Rakuten to get a big cashback on that as well. So different stores will have different amounts, and the amounts will fluctuate. So sometimes they do promotions where the amount goes up, and you can kind of factor in the cashback that you're getting into a kind of discount or a sale for yourself. And again, it's all dependent on if you are okay with a company tracking your shopping. One of my other favorite tools is PCPartPicker. If you've ever asked me to help you with a computer build, you know that I use PCPartPicker almost religiously. Not only does it help you with figuring out if parts are compatible with one another, but it also gives you a really good idea of the pricing of products at different retailers. They have pricing available in a lot of different countries, which is super helpful. They give you the pricing for parts based on different stores. You can set price alerts in here, which I also use. You can favorite items. You can do a whole bunch of things, and this is a really good way to keep an eye on certain hardware parts that you want. I basically save a whole bunch of things that I want to purchase in the future on here, and it's a really good other way to get pricing alerts for things that are not on Amazon especially. Now, you can set price trackers for physical things like computer hardware and all those kinds of things like we've been talking about, but you can also do it for software and games. So if you're on PC, IsThereAnyDeal is hands down the best place to do this. It has everything available on almost all of the platforms. You can track pricing, you can see big sales that are going on. I use IsThereAnyDeal every time I'm going to buy a game. I never buy games full price, ever. And this is the best way to do that. Just like PCPartPicker, IsThereAnyDeal has a wide variety of stores that it tracks the pricing from. It'll tell you what the normal price is and what the current price is. It tracks price history so you can see if a sale that's going on is an actual sale or not. Unfortunately, it's a very common thing, even for games, for sales to happen where it's not really a sale. And this is just a really good way to keep an eye on things and ensure that you're actually getting a deal when you think you are. Now, I know that not everybody that watches my videos is on PC. They might be on consoles. So for PlayStation, PSDeals.net is a great place to go. They also have an Xbox version called XBDeals.net. They are basically the exact same, except one's for PlayStation and one's for Xbox. So these two websites work very similar to IsThereAnyDeal, except it only tracks pricing for the online stores. It doesn't track any physical stores. But it does the best job of tracking the most amount of games that I've noticed. And it also shows you the pricing in different regions if you care about that. Now, if you own a Switch, you'll know that Nintendo games very rarely go on sale. And when they do, it's a really good time to buy them because they don't often go on sale. And DekuDeals is my favorite place to look for Switch deals. It not only shows the pricing on the Nintendo shop, but it also shows pricing for some physical stores as well. And it also shows pricing for some other online retailers like the Humble Store. So for example, here with Sid Meier's Civilization 6, we have the eShop, and then we have Walmart, Best Buy, Humble Store, GameStop, Amazon, all those kinds of things. And I use this one for all my Switch needs. I don't play my Switch very much anymore. But whenever I do end up looking for a game, I always make sure that I add it to my wish list on DekuDeals first and wait for it to go on sale. Finally, you may have noticed that I've done a lot of Quest 2 videos about how to better use your Quest 2, things for VR, stuff like that. ODeals is a really good place to get deals for that, and I think it's made by the same creator as the PSDeals and the XBDeals. But this is what I use in order to price track anything on the Oculus store. I think they've changed it now to the Meta store, but this is where I use that to track all that pricing. The games go on sale very, very often, so it's not really worth buying any of those games on full price. And this is a really good way to be notified of when they drop. Now, Reddit is a very good place to get sale notifications for physical things, software, all that kind of stuff. And there are a lot of really good subreddits for this. So for example, I use the Game Deals subreddit quite a bit for PC game deals. There's the Great Xbox Deals subreddit for Xbox. There's the PS4 or PS5 deals for the respective platforms. There's also the Nintendo Switch deals for Nintendo Switch games. And then Build a PC Sales Canada and Build a PC Sales, which is in the US, are really good for getting hardware deals. And I use that actually quite often in order to find deals on things that go really hot on sale and sell out very quickly. It's a really great idea to be notified of those. And on top of that, Red Flag Deals is a really good place, but it does feel much more cluttered. So I usually wait for somebody to cross-post something from Red Flag Deals onto Reddit, but you can use Red Flag Deals as well. Now, one that I mentioned in my last video that is still pretty underutilized by a lot of people is actually Google Shopping. This one is really good to use to compare prices between different stores at a time that you're trying to buy. It's nice because it shows quite a few different stores. Depending on the product, it's very hit or miss with that, but I do find it very helpful sometimes in order to find a better price on something if I know it's available in multiple stores. So for example, if I go ahead and search the Xbox Series X, I can go ahead and click on that product and then go and look at the comparison, and it'll show me all the places that it's available at and their prices. This is a really good way to, again, compare pricing between different stores in order to get the best deal if that's what you want to do. And it just kind of shows you different options, right? Maybe you only thought you could buy it online, but a physical store has it, stuff like that. Super handy to use. It's, again, very hit or miss depending on the products, but especially with super popular products, they're almost always able to be shown in this comparison view. And the final place, again, is my Discord. Now, I try to do it as much as possible, especially when I see something that is very, very compelling. I don't know how often people are actually using these. You can set yourself to have the notification so that when I do at the deals roll, you be notified or not. But if people want me to post on this channel more often, please go ahead and let me know. But I do try to post any of the good significant deals, whether that's games, hardware, software, just products that are related to tech and streaming. I'll post them all in here. And with all that, I hope this video helped you. I hope it helps make you a smarter and more confident shopper being online. If you do need any help or assistance, feel free to hop into the Discord, give me a shout. I'm more than happy to help you out with something. But yeah, if you did find this video helpful, I'd really appreciate if you subscribed. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, feel free to leave those down in the comment section below, and I will try to reply them all as quickly as I can. As always, big thanks to my patron sponsors, Thought Slime and Stepback, and thank you for watching the end of this video. If you want to see the video I did a couple weeks ago about how buying used can save you a lot of money, you can go ahead and check that out right up here. And as always, stay safe out there. I'll see you next Saturday.